Okay, YouTube, it's time to make another video, so let's go ahead and make one. This is going to be the follow-up video to the investing in BitConnect video that we did. I also invested in USI-Tech, and I've discussed over all three of my videos how that was the first platform that I jumped into. We're going to try and make these videos shorter going here on out. I'm averaging 20 minutes a video, and that's not cool. So I'm not going to really go backwards and explain my feelings on compounding interest. If you've been watching any of my other videos, you know how I feel about compound interest. If you don't, go back and watch one of the other videos. Just know it's amazing. You should be doing it. And every day you don't invest in something, you're losing a day of compounding, which 10 years in the future costs you millions of dollars. FYI. Alright, so get excited about that. Look something up, watch my video, do whatever you got to do. Start compounding your money ASAP. Alright, so what we're going to do in this video is we're going to get into USI-Tech. I'm going to do this the same way I did the BitConnect video. By the way, just as an aside, Bitcoin has fallen like $1,000 since last week. It's an excellent time to buy Bitcoin, in my opinion. Just saying. Alright, so USI-Tech. Similar to BitConnect, but some very significant differences. All right, first, just like BitConnect, you know, as a matter of fact, I'm going to stop referring to BitConnect. Let's just talk about USI-Tech. They accept Bitcoin in and they pay out in Bitcoin. They're an all Bitcoin company. I think they pay the employees in Bitcoin. It's only Bitcoin with them. All right. And they're unique in the way they do their business is they sell packages. Now they're based in Europe, London, I believe. I think the business actual address is out of Dubai, but the people are from Germany and the UK. All right. So their packages are based on euros. So basically a package is the equivalent of whatever 50 euros would be in Bitcoin. So they only accept Bitcoin. This part is kind of confusing to people sometimes. They only accept Bitcoin, but the packages are based off what 50 euros would be in Bitcoin. You follow that? So if you had 50 euros, you exchange that for Bitcoin, that's how much a package costs with them. So their daily packages, how much they cost are based on 50 euros, all right? But you have to convert it to Bitcoin. Now, for us in the US, you say, well, you know, what does that mean? Well, you just convert your dollar to Bitcoin because that's what they accept. But you should be aware that it's based on the euro, and the euro is about 1.2 times the value of a dollar, give or take. It changes daily, but so roughly if a package costs basically $60, you know, that'd be 20%, right? It's not exactly 60. I think it's like $57 or $58 right now today. But if you were loading up your Bitcoin wallet with money, just base it on $60 per the number of packages you want to invest, okay? They pay interest 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And their contracts basically work this way. You loan them, let's say you bought one package, you know, you give them 50 euros worth of Bitcoin. They're going to return 140% of what you gave them, and they target to do it over 140 days for an average daily return of 1%. Now the 1% is not guaranteed. The way they've done it since I signed up was it's typically between 0.75 and 1.25% per day. And we'll pull up the account and I'll show you what my per day averages have worked out to be. But the contract is up to 140%. So if it takes 150 working days to get to 140%, then so be it. But you're going to get 140% return on what you gave them. And there are no capital releases, right? So it's not like some other platforms where you get your money back at the end of it after making a daily percentage on it. You don't get that. You give them 50 euros worth of Bitcoin and they pay you back basically 1% a day until they hit 140% return. Okay, so no capital release. And another thing is they're about to release their own coin. I think I'm going to do a separate video that's going to compare BitConnect with I probably should turn my phone off, that compares BitConnect with USI-Tech, because them creating their own coin is a humongous deal. And I don't want to have, we don't have the time in this video to really get into that, but it's huge. Oh, and another thing I guess I forgot to put on the sheet is your returns are paid back to you in Bitcoin, not in US dollars, which is another key. All right, so let's get to the account. Um, so this is my USI-Tech account. This is the dashboard. They just changed this on November 1st. This is a new dashboard. All right. So basically, this is the home page. This says how many packages I have. So this is 21 packages equals, 50 euros times 21. So that's 1,050 euros, right? And then if you want to convert that into dollars, you could say, let's see, 1,050 times, let's just say roughly 1.2. So that's roughly $1,250, $1,260, okay, give or take. So that's how much I have invested in packages, okay? And here's my wallet, which my available balance. And what this is, every day that you make a return, it accumulates in this balance. And remember, they pay you in Bitcoin. So this is kind of hard to follow for a lot of people because you have to convert this into dollars. So 0.0074, for example, if I was to go here and convert that into dollars, that's $47.35 currently, okay, that I have sitting in here. So there is a conversion because it's Bitcoin, and a lot of people, you don't know how to think in Bitcoin. And my lifetime, looks like my lifetime return, well, I'm gonna have to type that in, 0254. So let's see what that is. So my lifetime return since I started this is $162.51. Okay, and so I began this, I think October the 5th. Let's see. Yes, October 5th was my first date. The package was approved, and I'll show you my results. But basically, it's very similar to the BitConnect platform that we went over. It's paying daily interest. They're only 5 days a week though. And the biggest difference being you can only reinvest when you can buy another package, and the package are priced at 50 euro, aka 57 to 60 US dollars. So if you're making 1% a day and have roughly, we just said $1,250, I'm making $12 a day here or somewhere thereabout. So I can't compound my money until I've actually got to the point where I have enough money to buy another package. So that's how this one works. Also, they're doing a coin offering. Let's save that for another video because it's something it's really important. But I have a lot of views on that, and I have 100 tokens right now, 100 coins, right? And we'll discuss that later. So this is my return. Like yesterday, I made 0.0017 Bitcoin, which is $10.88 on my investment that's in there. All right, so if I open this up and look at my packages, so we started on the 5th, and I bought 4 packages right here, okay, and that was 0.543 Bitcoin at the time. And I'm going to show you something that's really important about that though. So it's been running for 27 days, and I've received a 24.27% return. So 27 days divided by 24.27. That really didn't work out the right way. Hold on a second. Sometimes I'm sorry, 24.27 divided by 27 days. The mathematicians watching this are just doing a face palm right now, that bad math, right? Okay, so roughly I'm averaging 0.9% a day, 0.89888888. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go through every one of these. What you can see here is the method of how I purchased the package. I bought 4 packages here with my wallet, which means I paid for it. I bought 1 package here with my wallet, which I paid for. I bought 2 more packages on the 24th. As this was going good, I added a little bit more. Well, actually, this first one, I meant to start with 5 because I figured at 1% a day, it should be 1 month before I could rebuy another package, and I wanted to test it out. But I miscalculated some of the transaction fees, which are significant. I'm gonna do a video on I'm gonna do a video on everything. I'm gonna do a video though on how you can avoid paying some of the transaction fees through Coinbase when you buy your Bitcoin, which is very important because the fees are outrageous to convert your dollars into Bitcoin. They're taking advantage of it being a new market and very few people being able to supply you with the Bitcoin, and they are gouging us by transferring our money over. So that is one thing. I mean, you have to work a couple of days in these programs just to make the money back you lost in the fees. So there's ways to get around it, but it can be a little complicated, and I don't think it's for everybody. And some people may just rather pay the 2% or 3% or whatever it ends up costing. But we'll do a video on how we get those costs down. But my point is, this package here was on a rebuy, and these 12 packages that I added were me throwing more money in. I mean, 12 packages is 600 euros. That's roughly $720. And then here's a rebuy from profit, and that was at 0.0077. Now, the amount that the package costs, even though it's based on 50 euros, how much Bitcoin represents 50 euros changes every day because Bitcoin's value goes up. So, and down also. You know, Bitcoin's $1,000 more expensive last week per coin. So, but in that also is a key thing about this program, different than a lot of the other stuff out there. All right, so here's my daily payouts, all 27 days. Okay, my very first day, because I started on the 5th, so the first payout was on the 6th. 1.01%, 1.04, 0.06, and then you can just see this is the daily payout. It's never lower than 0.75, but it's never more than 1.25. That's how it was advertised when I originally got in. They've since changed some things, but I believe those parameters are still in place. So you see my daily percentage, and again, you're paid in Bitcoin, not in dollars. So I want to make a point about that. That's really important. Okay, so let's look at my very first package set here. I bought 4 packages that are roughly they're 50 euros. So that's roughly $200, and then if you add the exchange rate for dollars, I'm sorry, that's roughly 200 euros, and then if you add the exchange rate, that's roughly $240. Okay, so I bought 4 packages for roughly $240 because the value of Bitcoin at the time was around $4,300. Okay, so I own 0.0543 Bitcoin that I invested. So I've made back 0.0131 Bitcoin. All right, so let's do some math real quick. I got rid of the calculator. I know the people that are saw that move I just did a minute ago are like, oh my God, he's pulling his calculator out again and mess up, but we're gonna do better this time. All right, so if I've received a 24.27% return, all right, so let's say my original $240, I've received back 24.27%. So times 0.2427. That would mean that I've received back $58.24, or let's round up to 25 cents. All right. Here's the magic of being paid in Bitcoin and not in dollars. Okay. Bitcoin has gone up in value. I don't know why I removed the calculator just right there. Well, maybe we don't need it. All right. So if this would have been 24.27% in cash, I would have got $58.25. But because my payout has been in Bitcoin, the value of the Bitcoin changes. And today, that amount of Bitcoin is $83.81. So that changes my return significantly. And as Bitcoin goes up, you make more money. Being paid in Bitcoin is a huge deal because we're at the point where Bitcoin is, you know, I've done a video before, Bitcoin could get into the tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars per coin. And when you do these investments and you're paid in Bitcoin, as the value of the coin goes up, so does your money. Now, it could also go down and lower your return. So that's possible as well. But you know, over 140 days, I think the overall general direction is up for Bitcoin. And that's what we're doing here, investing in Bitcoin. We're using these programs to invest in Bitcoin. This is a way to accumulate more Bitcoin. So for every, 50 euros of Bitcoin that we give this company, they're paying us back 140% of that. And then even that number should appreciate. It's betting on Bitcoin, and if nothing else, you're going to get 40% back. So as long as it doesn't lose 40% of its value, you still will break even, right? And that's pretty much it. They offer token packages where they're selling their new coin. Like I said, when I do the USI-Tech versus BitConnect video, we'll get more into the tokens because that's probably going to be a longer video. I want to wrap this up. So this is another program that exclusively accepts money in Bitcoin. They pay 5 days a week. It's an average around 1%. You saw mine's around 0.9 for the month that I've been in. And this is a good company though. When we get in the other video, this company is a different proposition than some of the other programs out there. As a company, they have some technology that's backing their coin and their company, and this company could be, a $500 billion, trillion company in the end, based on some of the products that they have. So this is I look at them more as a way to stock up my Bitcoin, and also kind of like buying into their stock, because they have some competitive advantages in the market that are unbelievable. And we'll get into that in a future video, but I think they're a really good company, and their transparency is outstanding. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in the comparison video too. But this is overall how it works. Good company so far. I mean, you see my my returns, and the reason I could pull up the other ones as well, but this is my oldest one. So like some of the other ones will start here or start there, but the percentages are the exact same for all my packages, per day, because it's a set package. Like this one I just signed up for 7 days, and these are the returns each day. But the key is you're paid in Bitcoin. So as Bitcoin goes up, so does your return, and that's free, and that's what differentiates them the most, I think, from BitConnect, who we did the video on yesterday. So short and sweet for me anyway. I don't know how long that is, but this is USI-Tech. I really feel good about this company as a company. Again, this is not an endorsement for you to go invest in them. I'm investing in them, and we're documenting it. And this is going to be, something that I can look back on to see how it all turned out. So, there's no obligation here for you guys to jump in with me, but please follow the channel and watch my progress. And as we do good, we'll celebrate together. And if we crash and burn, we'll cry together, right? But this is no obligation for you to try and jump in. But I'll leave some information in the description box if you are interested. I'm sure they have a referral program too. I'm sure there's a link on here somewhere for that, and I'll put that in the description box. And look out for the video of BitConnect versus USI-Tech, pros and cons, and we'll get deeper into the different platforms and maybe compare them directly. But I like both, and I will say BitConnect's a little more exciting because it's 7 days a week and it lets you reinvest at a lower level, so you're busier over there. This one is more of a set it and forget it type of a deal for me, because I haven't reached a point where my compound is daily. For me, I would have to make $60 US a day for me to be able to compound daily, and I'm not at that point yet because I didn't invest, the $5,000 or $6,000 or whatever it took to get started. So it's a little slower for me, but the company is amazing. So that's pretty much it. Like the video, please. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell button so you get all the notifications every time we put a video out, because the frequency of the videos are going to go up, I think. And so you've been introduced to my USI-Tech account, my BitConnect account. I'm going to alternate different videos, I think, every day, showing each one, and we're going to track my progress, see how it goes. Thanks for joining me. I'll talk to you soon. Have a wonderful Saturday. All right, be good.